just looking on here now, we've got Alan Owen and Ian from TalkSport for sure, and we've got also James Mountford from the BBC. As always, there'll be an embargo section to this. For those of you who haven't got their hands up but would like to ask something in the open section, please do so now. Otherwise, we will go to the embargo section after the 4 or 5 hands we've had here. But Alan, you're up first for Sky for the first 3. Then we'll go to TalkSport, the BBC, and the Press Association.
Okay, morning, Pep. Morning. First of all, given Arsenal's postponement of their league game last Sunday, are you certain at this stage that it's going ahead? It did appear that they had only one COVID case and a lot of injuries. I know you got the first leg postponed, but do the rules on this need looking at, and how much of an advantage do Arsenal have, if any, having not played on Sunday?
Yeah, we had our own experience about this. So it's really difficult to judge from the outside. We saw that with our situation, and I fully respect the submissions, because I trust 100% the medical departments of each Premier League club. I think this is the most important, the full trust in these decisions. And about your question, if it's an advantage, I think it showed against Leicester that we didn't have any advantage. So.
Right. Did Sunday's win over Brentford give you sort of food for thought on team selection tomorrow, given the performances of Curtis Jones and Oxlade-Chamberlain, and also interesting to see Alisson play a League Cup game for the first time? Is Oxlade-Chamberlain fit, first of all, and does Alisson start tomorrow?
I think if we speak about if we discuss him, we should speak about his outstanding performance, first of all. So he played, he was very important for us, for the team, because he played in so many different positions, and he played all these positions with a lot of quality, so he was in a good moment. I spoke yesterday with him, and he feels okay. It's not that bad, and he's hoping that he will make the weekend, to be honest. So, but for tomorrow, it will be way too soon. So we assess that day by day. About Brentford, yeah, I really liked our performance. So and we know how difficult it is to play against this team. The ball is a lot of time in the air, so you need like this switch of mood constantly between fighting for first and second balls, and then putting it on the floor and really play. And we did this really well, so that's why we got more control over the game, and that's why in the end we could have the result with, what was it, 68% possession, 27 shots, 13 on target, one of our better performances. So we always analyze, and we always look ahead to the next game, and we know what we want. We go to Arsenal because it's clear now that we need to win, so that's good, I think. If it's in 90 minutes, if it's 120, or it's with penalties, we need to win this game. And when we start a season, we always speak about that we want to create memories, that we want to create memories with our fans, that we want to create special games. And it's good that we are in January and we speak about reaching finals. It's good that we are in January and we speak about reaching Wembley. And one thing will be, we're going to try with everything we had to reach Wembley, to compete there. And Arsenal, yeah, it's clear we need to go there and win. But hopefully we can create a special game.
So just on that victory over Brentford, there's plenty of noise, obviously, about Liverpool without the likes of Salah and Mane. So how big or important was the win to almost prove a point to the doubters and give maybe a psychological boost to everybody in the squad that you can do it without them?
Yeah, we did it before. We had one of the most memorable games we played, I think, was without a few of them. So it's not about that. When we have our squad, we know that we, especially after last year, we knew that we needed to create like different weapons. We needed to create like goals from everywhere, last passes from everywhere, dribbles from everywhere, attacks from everywhere, not just based on counter-attack or on the speed of these two boys. So of course, I said before, they are our face, they are our front line, they give us so much direction in our game. So But what I like is that we don't have one weapon. We have so many different ways to attack, and how we are evolving as a team and how we are developing inside with our positional game is just it's important, and it's I really like.
Does your number one goalkeeper play tomorrow? Alisson again? It was the first time it started the League Cup game.
Yeah, what's good that we have 3 really good goalkeepers. Adrian, every time when he needed to come, he was he saved our ass. Queef, massive talent. You cannot call him a talent anymore, but has all the characteristics we want from a Liverpool Football Club goalkeeper. He's calm, he can play, amazing shot stopper. Has the personality to not be involved for 60 minutes and then have to make a crucial save. What a lot of times our game is somebody who can play with a lot of space in front of him. What happens a lot with our last line and with the way we want to apply pressure on the opposition. So, and then we have Ali, and yeah, nothing to say. He's our Brazilian cat, and he saved. He's everything you want from a goalkeeper. For me, he's the best goalkeeper in the world. So we're really happy with all 3 of them, and let's see tomorrow who's going to start. But I'm sure the all 3 will do well. So.
Thank you, Alan. We'll go to Ian from TalkSport and then to James from the BBC. Ian.
Thanks very much. Sorry, my camera isn't working today. Pep, just a couple. Going back to the COVID rules and everything, I mean, it now seems that a lot of the times when games are postponed, it's for COVID, injuries, and players away at AFCON. You've got 2 of your best players away at the African Cup of Nations. How do you reconcile the rules with what seems to be going on with clubs asking for postponements?
First of all, we missed 3 players, AFCON. Everybody forgets Nabi. Nabi 2 times, best player of Guinea. And last game, he scored. So we miss him as well. And people forget this. Anyway, but yeah, what was the question again?
How do you reconcile the rules of games being called off when originally it should have just been for COVID, but now it includes injuries and also players away on international duty?
Nah, it's how I said before, if the medical department of each club have to make a decision to stop an outbreak, because people from the outside cannot see what's happening inside the club, not only players, but also staff. They are there to protect the players, the families, the staff. They have to protect the building. And in our case, it's AXA. In terms of injuries, if you see that all the teams, they want to play, it's not about that. Because, example, we went to Tottenham without missing crucial players or key players. We went at home at Newcastle, we went without key players. We were missing players on game days. We were missing staff members on game days. We went to Chelsea without our manager, without Joel, without etc. I can go on Ali, Bobby, etc. So we want to play, and all the teams, they want to play. And if again, I have full trust in each head of medical in each Premier League club to make the right decision. And the right decision is always, in first place, to protect players and staff and their families. I think that's what everybody's doing. And you want to see football games with the best players, yeah, anyway, that's it.
And finally, one on the game tomorrow. 2 evenly matched sides. We saw that last Thursday at Anfield. As you say, there are no away goals, so that there is no advantage for either side here. Do you expect it to go all the way, and have you been practicing penalties?
Again, I said this before, but finals, and tomorrow is a semi-final, but this is a final to reach Wembley. You don't prepare in the week coming up to the game or the 5 days coming up. You prepare them from the first day of pre-season. So penalties is in the same case. You're not going to train penalties on the day before the game when we play, when you have these finals. So we are prepared in all situations. So we know how important these set pieces are, but during the whole game. So we really look forward to this game. I really looked forward from the final whistle went at Anfield, because everybody was writing us off, everybody was speaking about us, and we couldn't wait to to go there, and how I said before, to create, hopefully to create a special game for us.
Thank you, Ian. We go to James from the BBC, then to Ian from Press Association, and then kind of hands up for the breakout, please, for the embargoed section. We've got Dom in, but anyone else for the embargoed section, I think put hands up now. That'd be great. James, BBC Merseyside.
Hi, Pep. Good morning. Could you just give an update, please, on where Divock and Thiago are in their recovery?
Yeah, so Thiago, hopefully he will be in full team training after the international break to prepare the Cardiff City game. And Divock will be only after Cardiff.
Okay. Thomas Tuchel saying that his Chelsea players are tired mentally and physically after the draw last night. How are your guys doing in respect to that?
No, yesterday we had our second day. We call it our second day recovery day. So we gave them a day off. We always try to balance throughout the whole season to get the right amount of days off and the right amount of days of preparation of the game. So we want to keep them hungry after each game, and recovering emotionally. What Thomas probably meant is really important. So not just physically, but if I see yesterday, second day recovery day, where we play a lot of rondos and where the boys have to, they have the capacity to make even like a simple rondo really competitive. They shout at each other. So it was a really good second day, to be honest. They look fresh, but I can't look in their brain. But how it feels now, they are hungry and they know what's at stake. What I said before, it's January, and the best thing what can happen in January is you talk and you prepare to reach finals, and that's what Liverpool Football Club stands for. That's what we all want, to fight for prizes, to fight for the cups, to create like that. We all have to travel to London, and that's what we're going to do.
Cheers, James. And finally, from this section, before we go to the embargo, Ian Parker, Press Association.
Morning, Pep. You mentioned just earlier on that you felt like everybody was writing you off when the final whistle went after the first leg. Is the advantage with Arsenal?
It's first of all, Arsenal, they always had really good players, but for me, they have a really good team at this moment. I think credit to Mikel, they matured, and you saw many games where you come with 10 men, that the team with 10 men plays better than the 11, or not play better, but they give just this extra step. They give this extra more because they know they have one player less. And what happens many times with the 11 players, that they do one thing less because they know they have one player more. That's exactly what happened. Anyway, what I liked about the Arsenal game is that we wanted to surprise them with our intensity, is what we did until we got until Xhaka went off. But I really think that in football the only advantage exists is if you go to the last minute of the game, to be honest. Before that, it's quite even. I think Mikel did an unbelievable job. The team looks a proper team, and they were struggling as well with injuries and with, how you said, COVID cases, and they had to change as well in the last minute. But if you can play with 10 men like that, then you have a mature and good team.
Thank you. And just secondly, you mentioned a few players with injuries. We've seen Harvey Elliott back in training this week. How has that been to have him back? And is there a sort of a timetable for him to get back up to full speed?
Yeah, he didn't lose his football brain during the time he was off. Yesterday, it would be a crime not playing him if you see him train like that. Some players, they don't knock on the door, they run through it. And Harvey is a player like that in each session. And but he's coming back from a long-term injury, so we really take our time. The most important thing is that he really gets team fit, that he gets that he prepares himself well for the moment he's really ready. But it's great to have him back. You saw in pre-season and in the first games of our season how he influenced our game, our style, and our right side. And we're just really happy that he's back with us on the pitch, not individually on the C pitch in the back, but with us doing all the things we normally do. And we like the players who have goal in them. We like the players who have not just dribble or technique or that, would always search for the last pass, and he influenced our game a lot. So.
Thank you, Ian. Right, we go to the embargo now. So those of you filing